Another week and another episode of the Emergency Storage Shed Clean Out series. It's episode 142. We've got to get some more boxes out of that back corner. It's a cool windy day today, very windy, so I hope you don't hear too many trees fall over like we had in a recent episode. Let's go and see what treasures we can find today. We're getting this pile of boxes down at the corner, and I'm really keen to get that cupboard out and make some more space against the wall. Probably either the one up the top there or this one at the front. It doesn't really matter. Let's go the one at the top. At least it'll look like there's a lot more space. I don't know what's in it. I haven't had a peek. There's a tag on it that says Vases, Flower Arranging Materials, but that probably isn't what's in it. That might have been someone's notes when they were moving house. For example, that one there says Gladstone bag. We don't tag our boxes when we clean out a house, we just pack them. We try to keep things kind of together. So, for example, if we're unpacking kitchen stuff and dinner plates and things, we try to keep the set in the one box. It's not always possible because invariably boxes get moved a few times and you can never find the complete set when you want it. I think we'll get that one at the top. It's probably books or something, I would think, being a fairly rigid, heavy box. And we'll work on these other ones next week. We'll see how we go. Let's get it through to the bench and see what's inside. Well, it's not all books, but it's heavy enough to contain some. Now, speaking of the wind, it's very gusty outside. There's a bit of a weather warning right across the whole state today. And I went down to our local lake before. I'll show you a bit of footage. I have never seen it quite as choppy as it is today. We've got a wind coming from the west. And normally this lake is pretty smooth. You can skim stones on it, but you get a few ripples on a breezy day, but this was seriously choppy. Okay, back to the matter at hand. Let's see what's in this box. Now, the tag on this makes me think this came from a house and shed clean out that we did a few years back now, and I got a lot of old radio stuff out of the shed. In fact, I had a playlist on that series. I'll put it underneath. The playlist kind of fizzled out because the stock that I had left in a lot of these boxes ended up being moved and packed away, and it was just too difficult to continue the series. But I did have a few videos on the actual cleanup, so if you want to go and have a look at that, it was a pretty interesting shed. Okay, we have, these look like placemats, and it feels like a full box. They sell well. I don't know what's in that. We have some calendars here. The Adorable Kitten 1984 calendar. So I presume it's just some nice pictures of cats. Back in 1984, this was your escape into cute cat pictures, and then of course the internet came along and you could spoil yourself with videos of cats. But this was pre-internet days. Not going to be worth much at all. I doubt anyone would really go to the trouble of framing them. They're cute, but you know, it's a lot of work and it'd be hard to sell the stuff. I might put that in a dollar box at the shop. Someone might buy it. Looks like we have more calendars in here. Oh goodness, there's a whole box full of calendars. No, looks like there's pottery underneath. But a 1990 cat's calendar. All right, these are pretty boring. Someone was obviously into their cats. 1985. All right, 1981. It's a whole series. I don't know who put them out. 1990. Cats 1990 calendar. John Sands. Here we have just a little one. Good. It's a dog for a change. And horses. 1986 cat or kitten calendar. That was Valentine's cards, I think. Greetings cards. Okay. I don't see much value in there. Maybe I could sell the whole lot in one go, but I'd only be thinking $5 a lot. We might do that. Cats galore. Kitten calendar spelt with a K. 1982. That's getting back a bit. 1982. I was finishing high school. All right, what have we got more in here? 1989, 1994, cats. All right, I think we'll do one big collection of cat calendars. Oh, we have a wildflower calendar, 1986. Perhaps we'll just have a series of 1980s and 90s calendars. Now that should be a placemat set with the cork backing. That actually is in pretty good condition, I think. A wombat, a mouse, a koala, very Australian theme for you guys overseas. They're all in good nick actually. An echidna, a ringtail possum, and a kangaroo. We have to have the kangaroo. So as a set of Australian animals, and does it actually say artistic impressions, 6 placemats of distinction? Doesn't actually call the set anything in particular. I would say Australian animals. So often you get these placemats and they get a bit discoloured if they've had moisture on them. The plastic film on top can sometimes let moisture through and they start to look really tatty. These ones are in excellent condition. I think we'll get $10 for that set fairly easily. So that's good. Better than calendars. Now what's in this? Is it a book? Oh no, it's not. Oh, it's a set of spoons. Okay, stainless steel sweets, dessert spoons. They look brand new, possibly a gift, possibly a sporting trophy. A lot of this stuff was given as sporting trophies back in the 70s and 80s. I would say this might be late 70s or so, just by the look of the font and the presentation. Not a bad little set all the same. I think we might try and ask $10 for that, given that they're brand new, still in packaging. If they were just individual spoons, I wouldn't be getting that sort of money, but we'll try it in this set. This one's heavier. We've got more placemats, have we? We have round ones this time. And it looks like we just have, oh, they're all the same, are they? Just a floral design, yep. But they look unused, brand new, in very good condition. And there is the set of 6 in its original box. So it's sort of a, I don't know, how do I put that politely, an old grandma's theme. Someone might like it still. We might try 10, seeing so we're going to have 10 on the other set. Alright, we have a bit of everything in here. I might move the coasters out of the road and we'll reposition the box. Okay, this looks typical of a house clean out we do, where just lots of random stuff gets thrown in boxes. That's just a lavender, like a air freshener type liquid, neutralises unpleasant odours. We sometimes have a box at the shop for $1 just to get rid of these sort of things. This one is a refill for some sort of warm vanilla lily, a diffuser. I think it might even be an electric diffuser. It's a refill for, obviously wasn't very expensive. That can go in the $1 one as well. What do we have here? That's just I think it's a Tupperware container. Maybe not, but it's just got some old candles and they've been quite heat affected. There's one straight one. Sometimes we stick them in candle holders in the shop, but I won't sell them individually. That one's cracked, so that's just going to be rubbish. Some green tape. I think this is florist tape, isn't it? It's a plasticky type tape. I think I'll leave it in the bag so that it doesn't unravel. That might be in the $1 box too. Not much value there. Oh, we have something in this paper. Oh, that's a nice Remued vase. Now, I talked about Remued in another video a while back. 1930s Melbourne pottery from Preston, northern suburbs of Melbourne. This one isn't marked. 34 is just a shape number. A lot of them are signed Remued across the bottom. Typical drip glaze colours from the era. That's a cute little vase. I think it's got a bit of a hairline crack. It's quite an old one. It's just a bit of a line that runs through it. But nice colours, nice little piece of Remued. I'd probably only, look, if it wasn't cracked, I'd have 10 on it. I think probably only 5. Doesn't bring a lot these days, but it is nice pottery. Now, what date do we have on the newspaper? 2013. We probably had that paper when we went to pick up this house lot. Sometimes we just acquire bundles of paper from other people's sheds and just reuse them for wrapping. Oh, I don't know what's in that. Just lots of dust. That's a fairly modern bowl. Doesn't look very interesting. The paper can go in the recycle bin. We have a large vase here. 1950s era, classic white glaze. It's probably, is it marked? Just a number, and it looks like an M. I think that's Raynham pottery, which was again a Melbourne potter in the 50s era. It's quite a nice large vase. Doesn't sound like it's cracked. Certainly needs a wash up, but we might get $10 to $15 for that. Now, is this all pottery? I suppose it's better than cat calendars. Oh, that's a nice little trough vase on a scroll type base. I think I can see just a number in there, but I don't recognise the potter for that one. Probably 50s era again. Maybe only $5. It's a bit hard when they're not marked and you can't really attribute them to a potter, whereas that remude is quite distinctive. What's in this one? Feels like glass. It is glass. It's just a jar. And what were these things? I don't really know what they were. A little hole in the bottom. It's plastic, soft plastic, and it's got a rubber type cap with a hole in it. So I don't know what they were. It almost looks like something you'd dispose a syringe into. I think they're rubbish, and I think the jar's recycling. Or if I find a top for it, I can fill it with screws and sell it. More newspaper, more newspaper. Something small wrapped up here. It's like Christmas, isn't it? A little vase. Oh, okay, that looks Japanese. I think 1980s era. There's no mark on it. Probably had a sticker. A cute little vase with the decorative, looks like a hummingbird. So let's go 5 on that one. This one is a larger bowl and it's quite heavy. Oh, and it's heavy because it's got a stay put flower retainer. It's actually a lump of lead with metal spikes in it. It's like a miniature bed of nails, and it's kind of attached. It's not glued in, or maybe it is, I'm not sure what's holding it in. But there's a big massive something that it's stuck on. So I do sell those for $5 each, but I'm not going to try and dig it out. Oh, it's had a hole in the bottom. It's been plugged. I don't know what's been going on with that one. It's very rough around there. It's almost like it had a separate base on it. It's broken off. So I don't see a lot of value there. I think we'll basically just price that at $5, which is what I'd get for the flower holder anyway. But if I take that out and clean it up, this thing's probably only rubbish. So let's just put $5 on it as it is, and someone can buy it and do what they like with it. Here's another large 50s era vase with that rougher finish, the embossed decoration here. It's probably a Raynham vase again, or very similar. Raynham is spelt R-A-Y-N-H-A-M, I think. And very typical shape of vases from the 50s and 60s. Don't think it's cracked, a bit hard to tell because it's got a lot of chicken wire in it. And that was common, to scrunch up chicken wire in the top of the vases, because you can then poke flowers in it. Much easier to have an arrangement rather than have the big flared vase and all the flowers falling to one side. I think I'll leave it in there. It's very typical of what they did. I don't think they were ever sold like that, but a lot of them I find wire in them just like that. Okay, what do we got here? A little bit of spare wire that can just go in our shred bucket. And there's another one here with some wire. And again, very similar style, 50s into the 60s. A name on the bottom, not cracked. Probably only $10 or so. They're not very inspiring vases. They're sometimes, well, they're glazed on the inside and they're kind of a rough finish on the outside. But yeah, I find they don't sell very well. They're not very colourful. Lots more paper, lots more paper. I think that's it, except for one mystery box here. Don't know what's in that box. Oh, and we have a tile of some whales, dolphins, probably dolphins. Are they dolphins? Maybe. And is that just a stand? It's Chinese made. It looks like it's meant to just hang on the wall. You could probably use it as a trivet. And perhaps that piece does, yeah, it can stand up just as a decorative tile. Probably not ideal as a trivet because you've got raised lines which would wear. It feels like they are a bit worn, a little bit chipped. Just put $5 on that and give it a wash up. Now, what was in this box? Not a jack in the box, I hope. No, it's some vases made in India. Just a sort of a cobalt blue matte vase. Not quite cobalt blue. Cobalt blue is a bit darker. And another one. And looks like another one. So it's a collection of blue vases. And just to be different, we have a pink vase. So I think I might just sell these as a collection of vases maybe. Or certainly the 3 blue ones we could. But I don't think we'd get 5 for that. Might end up in the dollar box. So alright, nothing terribly interesting in this lot. But we have unpacked another box. And that's important. And we will have added to our notepad a little bit as far as value goes. So I'll wash things up and give you a look. And I think we will finish this episode now rather than try and get another box. I think just 1 box per episode is enough for me. I've got too much on my plate at the moment. Alright, I'll clean these up and be back with you shortly. And so the contents of today's box presents as such, all cleaned up, ready to take to the shop. Not much to report, everything's pretty well priced as I thought. The whole corner lot there, I'm just going to go $1 each on all those. There was 2 candles in that bag that are usable, the other one's broken and quite melted, but I'll probably put it aside. I've got a few other damaged candles and surely people use candle wax for something, even if I give it away. The vases, I thought I might up the price on the Remude one to 10, even though it's got that very fine hairline crack, just because it's a really cute little Australian pottery vase. And from the 1930s, it's almost an antique. This one looks like it's actually been painted, probably with just house paint. I thought it was a white glaze because often a lot of them are, but I think it's paint. There's a spot underneath somewhere I noticed. And it's starting to come off somewhere. So... and they're quite dirty inside. I decided to take the wire out of them. And the trouble with putting wire in them and leaving it in a long time is it actually stains the inside and they get rust stains and everything. Yeah, there we go. Some of the paint's actually flaking off. It possibly might have been a pink vase. And there's a bit of a chip on the back. So that one's not the best example. I think we'll go 10 on it just because of its size. This one's undamaged and original whitish colour. I think that's the glaze. But as you can see, the wire does leave it a bit stained. So I'll probably just go 10 on that one as well. The smaller one's the best of the 3. It's nice and clean. Well, relatively. And it's a really nice white speckle over yellow. I'm not sure if it's coming out on the camera. But it's a little bit different, the glaze on that one. So I think we'll go 15 on that. And we'll group the 3 blue vases at $10. And there we go. I think that's everything I've mentioned. I might try the calendars in a pile in the shop just at $1 each and see how we go. I was going to put a bulk price on them, but I don't know who's going to want them all. I think someone might just want a few of them, particularly if they're a cat lover. So we'll do that. We'll see how we go there. I'll write down $10 in the list because I think we will achieve that. If we sell them all individually, there's more than 10 there. So there we go. I'll get the list out shortly. Nothing super valuable at all, but good quantity and some interesting stuff for the shop. So I've got my list happening here and we've got a total of $110, and it's amazing how much low value stuff can add up. Now I've written down $10 for all the cat calendars as I just mentioned, but I've had this nagging feeling ever since I first pulled them out and sort of thought, well, they're not worth much. And I'm wondering if it's you guys from the future yelling at me now saying, no, not $1 each. Don't be ridiculous. They're vintage. People will love them. Someone born in 1981 that loves cats would think that's the best birthday present ever. So, all right, I'm going to try them in the shop at $5 each. It's probably still pretty cheap for a birthday present for someone born in 1981 who loves cats. So, with that in mind, with thanks to vibes from you guys watching this video in the future, I'm going to try $5 each on them in the shop. See how we go. There's 15 of them there. If we even get $5 each for 10 of them, there's $50. That'll blow this figure out of the water. So I'll report in future episodes to see how we did go. Sometimes my first impressions are totally inaccurate, but upon just thinking about this and perhaps vibes from the future, we might try and get a bit more from them. And it wouldn't surprise me to see something like this in an antique shop for like $10 or $20, because some people are very ambitious, and I don't doubt that they sell the stuff sometimes. I just like to sell it more quickly than they do. Anyway, there we go. At this stage, $110 onto the kitty. And I guess it's apt to talk about kitties after looking at all these calendars. And I just looked at the total. We're only about $20 short of $25,000 out of that shed so far. And things like this, I won't go back and adjust the price and adjust my totals. If we do get $50 out of these calendars, well, that'll be extra. So I've allowed 110 for this week's episode. Not bad out of one box. We'll get the next box next week. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.